Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is throwing off our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the CF1 Twitch channel. You know the faces, you know the names. Beanies and Josh Beard Radio coming at you for another week of CF1 action. And it's Monday night, so you know we're going to be taking a stop in the Eastern region, where we got ourselves a matchup between two powerhouses in one of our Eastern groups. Virginia Tech taking on ONU, Ohio Northern University Esports.
It's always a pleasure for me to be able to do Monday nights, Beanies. Especially, well, number one, it's a pleasure for me to be able to cast with you anytime. But I love doing Monday nights because normally I do Tuesdays with the Central region, so it's cool for me to be able to step into another day, into another realm, and do the East region. This is going to be my first time doing the East region in Split 2, and this could not be this couldn't be a better matchup right now between these two teams, ONU and Virginia Tech.
Yeah, actually, last week I had the pleasure of catching ONU get their second of two wins in this split so far, where they took down the UNF Ospreys in a close 2-1 series, which, I mean, if that leads an inkling to what we might be seeing tonight, I personally find Vespa Virginia Tech Esports to be just a little bit head and shoulders above the UNF Ospreys. So if that tells us anything, we're going to have a very close 3-game series ahead of us between these two. But let's take a look at our other Eastern group we have, because remember, folks, we got two Eastern groups in CF1, and in Eastern region number 2, much like our first group, we have 2-0 sitting at the top of the board with Miami and UW, University of Waterloo Gold, at that 2-0. And then surprisingly, the Ryerson Shorty Kings are at 1-1 right now after dropping a series to UW Gold. I believe it was last weekend. And after dropping that series, it really lends itself to seeing how the Shorty Kings can bounce back and still maintain some momentum going into playoffs. Whereas you can see on the latter half of the group, Josh, Army, Limestone, and NYIT are just fighting to try and have a life and go into playoffs.
Absolutely. Ryerson it's a really interesting one to me because they went through Split 1 and they were playing so well the entire time, and now they start to see a little bit of a pushback here in Split 2, and this is what we've talked about the entire time, especially in that back half of Split 1. We said, okay, going into Split 2, you have to be perfect. Night in, night out, every single game that you're playing against somebody, you have to come in, you have to be ready to go, and Ryerson falls short and goes 1-1 already this early in the split. It's only 5 weeks. So being 1-1 right now, if they go on, if they have a little bit of trouble or Army goes on a run, they could see themselves on the outs possibly. But knowing who Ryerson is, I don't think that's going to happen. And Army right now, they're going to have to fight for their lives to be able to try to make that push into the top half of these Split 2 standings to beat out Ryerson. But definitely a lot of action going on in the East region the last couple of weeks.
And we should point out all three of these teams in the top half of Group 2 have made appearances on our power rankings. And this week, myself, Kieran, and Scotty were able to release some more power rankings for you guys after some recent changes we saw in the standings, some recent performances in this past week. And, you may see some questionable changes, some new faces maybe showing up in Scotty's. And I just want to point out, I'm really glad for 1 week, we're not going to be focusing on all the changes and the choices I'm making, but we're actually questioning Scotty's choices. And it's a beautiful, beautiful breath of fresh air.
There's just so many things going on over there on the right. I see so many different arrows going up, going down. What do the stars mean now? Stars are being
First
added
appearance.
to the power rankings.
First appearance.
oh no, I know what it means, but they're just all
Oh.
over the place. Scotty can't decide what he wants to do. It's like, should they be in there? Should they not be in there? Where do they deserve to be? And yet again, I see a certain team falling 2 spots down from where they were before.
Oh, no.
And I'm just saying, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm going to let everybody else suss out the information. Look over my right shoulder. I guess when you're looking at me, my left shoulder, once we go back on camera, and you'll see who it is. But I love these rankings. I think you and Kieran are spot on with where you have everybody. I like that Kieran's got SJSU just a little bit higher. I do like them a little bit more in here, but SJSU falls completely out of Scotty's rankings. What is going on? I love it though. He's making some bold calls. Hey, you know what? If it pays off for him, he's going to look like a genius.
You know what? I've taken that risk before in the early days of our power rankings. It did not pay off for me in the slightest, Josh. So I respect Scotty taking that jump. But before we just jump over to our current match, just want to give a quick shout out to, even though you see Kieran moving San Jose State up in the rankings, it is a bit of a point of contention how we view these games and whether or not we view out of CF1 conference games. And overall, I think what matters the most is how these teams are going to perform within CF1. And so that really weighs a lot more on my own picks than maybe how our team performs outside of the conference. But we've had a chance to talk about these power rankings. We know what our thoughts are on the performers here. And you actually may notice both of these teams had sparing showings on those rankings, with ONU cracking in just for the first time on Scotty's list. So we'll have to see if tonight they're going to be able to back up that placement. And the first map they're going to be doing so here, Josh, is going to be Ascent.
Yeah, I like seeing Ascent be the first map that we're going to play on. I know that ONU has had some very, very good matches on Ascent before, but we've seen Virginia Tech play really, really well on this map. And this shows, though, you know, with ONU picking Ascent, but Virginia Tech picking defense first, that they're pretty confident in their ability to be able to attack at the end of the game, to get out to a nice early lead, be the defenders first, force ONU to make some plays. So I like Ascent being the first map for both of these teams, because this is going to set us on a path for very, very close games all night long.
And something to look at here is that, you know, for those of you who may have joined us last week when ONU participated, they had a few changes across the board on agents, but for the most part, we did see Secrets on that Silva, and we did see Snake on the Jet. Now this time there is some changes coming to that lineup and the agents that they're selecting, but the consistent part is going to be Snake on that Jet. And I'm looking for this Jet to show us why they are consistently pulling out this duelist. That requires having precise aim with your operator. That requires having quick flicks. That requires quick decision making. And it's all going to be dependent on how this Jet can enter onto sites and enter into sight lines and then create an advantage for the ONU squad.
Yeah, you can't pick Jet and be somebody who's not confident in your abilities. You have to make sure that you're on point every single time, because if you're going to have the op in your hands, you're going to be the person that's going to try to get those early picks in games. You have to make sure that you hit those shots. And that can be the difference between map control and control of a round and losing. So if Snake on Jet for ONU, got to make sure that he's hitting those op shots all night long, as Knights already takes down Spy Chicken, but Banana goes down to Secrets early on. Looks like ONU making a nice little push here early. Secrets taking out Kickstone as well. This is a lot of action early on, BDs.
Yeah, it's a lot of action early on, and look at where the bodies are falling for Virginia Tech. They're across that imaginary equator you have on the map here, and that leaves Virginia Tech with just one member to play against these 5. And because it's a pistol round, the only thing you're really going to be looking to do is take as many members' lives as you can. But look at that. Virginia Tech going to be bouncing back with the help of their Omen as well as the Breach, and they get 2 members. It's not going to be easy. We have to retake the site at a disadvantage, but the health bars are in their favor. The CC comes out. The beautiful coordination is going to be 1, but Chromium Lion Way is going to pick off 1 and gets the second. Breach from ONU strikes the first round blood for ONU Esports.
I mean, that's a tough retake in pistols, especially. But in the pistol round, when you're down 2-5 and you take down 3, you take down 3 people in your effort to just do as much damage as you can, like you said, you have to feel pretty happy about that if you're Virginia Tech, because they dropped 3 really, really early on. And then you see J-Don just take down a couple and weaken them just a little bit as we go into round 2. And now that hampers these buys just ever so slightly for ONU for this round 2.
A little bit of a sniffing them out. Wait. Holy moly, wait, Kixer's at 1 HP. I just realized, look at that. Hope and a prayer right there. Just going to need to get body shot by the air at that point. Gets taken down. Ooh, J-Don getting a little bit of value out of that frenzy. Going to be trading out a kill. And on these bonus rounds, dropping anybody is going to hurt their economy. But ONU gets the spike planted.
I like the aggressive push by ONU to just move in as quickly as they can. Good setup by Killjoy, and you got a 3v4 retake. Again, you know, Virginia Tech at a little bit of a disadvantage, but if they can move in and make the right moves, at least they can do a little bit of damage to ONU. But getting the spike down, Banana was sitting around the corner. I was going to get the shot. Banana taking down Secrets, waiting right around the corner. Going to pick up that Guardian and start making some moves towards there. Now it's 3v3. This is a lot more manageable.
Yeah, but that spike is ticking there, Josh. It's going to be difficult when you have a timer in the back of your head, and there's still 3 members to get through, and they're putting up a heck of a fight, but it's going to be Banana just looking for the exit frags. Gets one. Going to make sure Spoopy goes down on the site, but ONU going to be getting the site, and they're going to be dropping everybody on the defense. So overall, completely eliminate everyone on the map, but ONU gets the round.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice aggressive push early on, you know, setting the B, or just moving right on to B as quickly as they could. We saw Kixer go down, that his health went down so quickly. And when you have to peel back on defense like that and make a rotation that early on, it just opened things up for ONU to get the spike down. And being able to get it down early while you have the advantage is always, I mean, it's never a negative. It's always going to be a plus. But if ONU can keep doing this and keep putting the pressure on Virginia Tech like this early on, it's going to be tough for them to bounce back.
Our first gun round. Ooh, Snake. Only living on the hope and the prayer right now because 8 HP is not much to be working with.
Right here.
Gonna be buying that Phantom, and interesting choice for the Jet player. Usually you'll see them saving up. Oh my gosh! Kixer! You gotta check if that kid has an aimbot, because that was precise, my friends. Kixer with a beautiful wallbang, gonna be taking down one. And that's gonna give the advantage over to the defense for the first time of the match.
Well, not only did they lose one, but like you said, Snake is really, really low. And in our first gun round, this could be what you have to deal with, depending on who takes this one here. This could be the way you have to deal with for the next 2 or 3 rounds if you lose this gun round, because that's going to set your economy back. You have to get some picks. Hopefully you get some thrifties, and then maybe in the next gun round you can pull it out. But Virginia Tech already at a huge disadvantage, or at a huge advantage right now in this round 3.
Ooh! Gonna throw out some CC. Soup is gonna follow it up with themselves. Gotta make it happen. Make your magic. Create it your own way. Soup gonna be picking off 2, and Spoopy, the only remaining member of ONU, with the Guardian, gonna get dropped for the flawless by Virginia Tech, and a beautiful bounce back after 2 straight rounds dropped.
They put a lot more pressure on A than we've seen them.
Ooh, look at this.
Put so far. Just such a great kill by Kixer, just in the right spot. Knew somebody was going to be sitting there, but again, like you see what they're doing right now on this map. They're putting a little bit more pressure over on A defensively. This isn't quite the default that we're used to seeing, right? You see more like 3, you know, somebody over there on Cat. You see 2 mid, and then 1 each on A and B. But they're putting a little bit more pressure on A with 2 on each point, and then somebody on Cat to make sure that they can't make that A push. But ONU, Kixer's trying to get another one. ONU just waiting it out now.
Oh wait, but look at Omen's HP.
Oh, he almost dropped Omen. I didn't even see
yes.
that. Knights has 3 health left.
That's a little ridiculous right there. Getting so much value out of that Odin, just spraying down the thin corridor.
Spike down B.
Banana Strangler, though, taking a risky trade, pushing up really aggressively. This defense loves to make it look like they're playing offense. My gosh, look at the tailwind, the dash. It's all going to be thrown at the offense. And I got to question whether or not that was offense or defense right there sometimes, because look at where Virginia Tech is playing right now. They have cornered the ONU squad to just 1 tiny quadrant of the map. And Spy Chicken is about to find the 2 members that they've cornered. Finds 1. Turns, cannot make the spray transfer happen. That's going to be a kill for Snake. Does get a gun, but Red like a book, going to be taken out by J-Don. And Virginia Tech Only have to deal with the 3 HP Omen from earlier in the round. Ooh! Nice, dropped. And that's going to be 2 rounds back-to-back for both these squads. We're evened up at 4. Or, excuse me, after 4.
I mean, that's easy control. That's easy map control for Virginia Tech. You know, when you play aggressively like that on defense, it's always a risk because if you pop yourself out there and you get dropped, well, now that gives the attackers all the advantage. But if you can get even just one pick in the right spot early on and get more map control, then it forces the attackers into a really bad spot, and that's exactly what happened. I would have loved to see Spy Chicken back off a little bit more. Probably got both of those, both of the players from ONU at the same time if they would have backed off and not peeked when they did. But incredible job by Virginia Tech of just putting themselves in the right spots while being aggressive at the same time.
Off your feet!
Snake trying to feel it out right now while Chromium's planning. ONU moving very quickly into the A site. Spy Chicken taking down Spoopy.
That's a big kill right there. And with the spike planted here, Josh, and you have a Killjoy ultimate thrown into the mix as well. Knights is going to be playing around the site. Killjoy ultimate's going to expire before the spike can go off, so it's going to alleviate a little pressure at the start. And it does detain a player. That could be exactly what they needed. The go button pressing start, but Snake is going to possibly pull out the gun. No, Banana Strangler sniffs out the remaining member of the offense, takes him down, and Virginia Tech keeps their streak going at 3 straight rounds.
It's a great job of Virginia Tech pulling off of the A site there. I think they thought that it was for sure going to be more of a hard B push. And so they peeled off just a little bit more to see what would happen. But that pulled them out of the realm of danger when those ults started dropping on A. And even though the spike got planted, they were in a really, really good spot to retake. And with the way that they're hitting their shots right now, they're going to be, if you have all 5 of them on a retake, I feel good about their chances on defense in any situation right now.
You have a Jet ultimate being used early by ONU. Not the best of rounds in terms of purchases, so hopefully going to get a lot of value out of that ultimate. A great way to get value out of your eco rounds. You got to hit your headshots. A cautious play from the offense also right now. Not wanting to overstep their bounds. The defense going to be moving up here. Banana Strangler going to follow the drone. Possibly going to find one, but no, they're hidden behind the wall. And they're going to swing at the best possible time, but Banana Strangler still able to hit one. Turns and hits a second. My gosh, Banana getting 2 kills for the price of 1 right there, as Virginia Tech is now in the driver's seat of this round.
And I keep thinking that Virginia Tech's putting themselves in some really weird spots. They had 2, 1 in trees, 1 over in cat. And it's working out for them because it's catching ONU in spots where they're not expecting 2 defenders to be. And I don't know if they're doing that on purpose. I don't know if this is because they may have watched some film and see some tendencies from ONU. But whatever this strategy is, it is absolutely working out for them.
Virginia Tech is going to be alerted of where the offense is moving. They're choosing Market. Spy Chicken popping the grenade along with the alarm bot, getting some great intel out of that. Gonna get flashed, doesn't get spotted, lines up, gets 2, looking for the 3rd. The spray control is there, and the clip finishes out just after the kill comes through. Spy Chicken taking 3 off the board. Virginia Tech getting their 4th round on it.
What an incredible play by Spy Chicken, just sitting in the right spot. They have. This is what a Killjoy can do to you, though. A Killjoy, you've got the alarm bot there, you've got the nanobots there, setting up on the perfect defense. They come through the door, you're ready to take all 3 of them out, and that looked like what I should be doing every time I try to play Valorant and start just moving my cursor all over the place. Except the difference is Spy Chicken knows how to actually get kills whenever he does that. Just a great play right there on defense.
Banana Strangler gonna get sniffed out, gonna have to book it if they want to avoid any damage. A nice use of the updraft, gonna get away. No damage found with that Sova ultimate, so the Hunter's Fury is not gonna be felt. But that Killjoy ultimate will be a pain in the behind here, as the spike's gonna get planted, and ONU taking a kill off the board and getting the spike down. They're definitely in the driver's seat. Oh, Snake gonna go for the peek. Gets taken down by Spy Chicken. And 2 players were detained right there from the ultimate. Jadon, though, gonna teleport in to aid in the retake. A nice paranoia is gonna hit everybody up in heaven, but nobody's gonna get eliminated off of it. The flash is gonna come through, and Chromium's gonna have an absolute field day, taking out 1, 2, 3. The flash is gonna hit for a 4th, follow it up with the kill. Chromium getting a 4-piece.
Chromium saw what Spy Chicken did in the last round and said, "Okay, I see you. I got you. I'm gonna do something even better than that." And for sure enough, pulls it out for ONU, and they needed that. They really needed that in that moment. You know, look at Virginia Tech's economy right now, where they've got another full buy. Kixer's still got another. He's still got another Odin with 4,300 credits. Like, they're in a really, really good spot. And ONU needed to do something, not just to take the round, but they needed to do something to hurt Virginia Tech's economy just a little bit more, because they're sitting pretty, and at the same time help out their own economy. So ONU absolutely needed that round, as we see Kixer just firing away again, seeing if he can do any damage to anybody, but decides to pull back and stop trying to wall through there.
Kixer really is relying on that magic of what I think that was the 3rd round when it happened, and hasn't struck the same kind of gold since, unfortunately. So gonna keep on digging while everybody else is gonna be heading on west for that gold rush, folks. And looks like west is actually gonna be middle this time, because Market's gonna be the offense's choice of push. You got to look at where the spike is. Keep in mind. Oh, spoke a little too soon. And Banana Strangler is actually going to follow up with a beautiful teamwork-oriented play. The flash peek. That's going to get Virginia Tech on the board with a kill and take one off the board for ONU. Jadon. The flash, Jadon tries to turn. Oh, but sprays and prays and still manages to get one when flashed. You gotta wonder if Jadon was able to flick just a little earlier to avoid the breach flash. That could have been a bigger play, but ONU running through the spawn, taking names while they do it. Virginia Tech is going to have to fight back with just 2 members and a split retake at the moment, while the spike is about to go down on A site. But wait, the breach ultimate's staying there. And look at that. That's going to be coming out. The breach is going to throw out the ultimate. It's going to delay the spike plant, but that's going to be all that they needed just to give a chance for Sova to make it on over to the site. But the spike is still going to get planted. And now Soup has given away their location. But the Sova still has this element of surprise. But the drone's not going to make it very easy. They know that they're looking at heaven. They know that they have a split focus from the retake. ONU has to make a play here. They have to get both members. They're spraying through the smoke. Kixer's going to find one, spraying and praying. Oh, Soup is going to get another. It flips on its head. This round that looks so good for ONU is in the hands of Virginia Tech, but Knight has to play perfectly here. There's 2 members remaining. Make that one member remaining. Kixer spraying and praying, trying to make it happen, but Knight lying in wait. The patience was beautiful, and they get a 4K as a reward.
Knights with the 29 health at the clutch. Big plays by ONU, and this is kind of the difficulty as we see Knights here get these 2 at the very end. This is the difficulty with the defense that Virginia Tech is using. They're not really putting anybody in mid, so there's nobody to stop ONU from taking that mid, and it's a great read by ONU to see that and take advantage of it. They smoke off mid, they smoke off cat, they go right down the middle, and at that point you have options. Do you want to go to B? Do you want to go towards A through the backside? They decide to go through the A backside, and now you see 2 players right there. You've got 2 players in mid control. You've got one in trees, one in cat, but now they're not going to give up that mid control again. So what is ONU going to do to try to counter this, which should be an A push, a nice rotation while they get map control to go towards A, but they have to feel it out just a little bit first.
Ooh, Jadon gets forced out, but fortunately peeks around the corner just before Secrets is able to throw out their own attempts at damage, so we will have no eliminations for the time being. Spike just picked up there on your mini-map, folks. You can see Jet running through mid with it. An odd choice to see Jet consistently holding the spike. We've seen it time and time again, but you'll usually see that in the hands of someone who's maybe anchoring towards the back a little more. Maybe someone like a Breach, maybe someone like a Killjoy, maybe someone like a Sova. Usually you want Jet looking for those entry frags and looking for a way to open up the fight for your team. But they're looking to get this Bladestorm online by the looks of things, and if they're valuing that ultimate that much, they're going to have to make sure that Snake can back it up.
I wanted to see that flank work out for Knights, sitting in position in mid for so long, waiting for that. As Chromium now goes down to Banana Strangler, and then Secrets goes down to Soup.
Oh no.
Oh,
That's
all
just-
went so bad for ONU so fast. As Ice Spoopy goes down, the Virginia Tech gets the defuse and they take the round. Beanies, I thought ONU had that one. I would have liked to have seen them rotate over to A a little bit faster, but they made a good move. Virginia Tech just retook that so quickly, and ONU didn't know what hit them.
And I really, really like the way Virginia Tech used their ultimates. They had the Sova, Hunter's Fury, and they had the Killjoy lockdown. They locked down those two members in the back corner of Alley in that little cubby, and then the Hunter's Fury was literally shooting fish in a barrel at that point. And you forced one to get detained, I believe, while the other, the Jet, just barely gets out, gets shot immediately afterwards, and overall, very nicely done by Virginia Tech. And it's good to see they're not a team that's afraid to be using their ultimate. Oh, the wall bang. Oh, half HP in a dream. Oh, please hit the shot. No, Snake will not be peeking that one.
Virginia Tech's just been making them pay for peeking or sitting anywhere near B.
Ooh, kicks her.
Oh,
That's Spike, too. That's Spike. Oh, but they get the Spike. Omen ultimate does come out. Nothing to be found just yet, but you have Kixer spraying and praying. Jadon going to follow it up as well, but that's going to be all Kixer in the kill feed. Picking up a three-piece now, just looking for the remaining Sova on the battlefield. Spoopy. They know where this Sova is. You got to think. It's just a matter of time. Keep looking at your minimap, folks. Killjoy's going to come up the flank. Spy Chicken's going to make a play. Gets one, follows it up. A nice bit of spray control. And Spy Chicken gets their 6th round for Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech is just hitting absolutely everything right now. Spy Chicken and Banana Strangler are absolutely on fire. And you see them right there. They're right there at the top frag right now for both of them. But Kixer and Jadon and Soup are there whenever they need to be. Whenever they're in the spots that they need to be in, they're making plays. And Kixer just keeps spraying and praying people down. I think I found my new strategy when I play with you, Beanies. I think you're gonna be the Spy Chicken to my Kixer, and I'm just dropping the Odin. I'm just gonna spray into walls the entire time because it is working for Virginia Tech every single time. But now they found him, but it doesn't matter. Spoopy and Snake go down almost instantly. Banana Stranglers gets another one on Secrets. 3 members of ONU down just like that. Beanies, what is happening right now?
He can't be a strangler if he's taking heads off people. There's nothing to strangle right there, bud. My God, like, you change your name at that point to something else. But Chromium, gonna bring us back down to earth for a second. Gonna get one. Overall, though, ONU is really on an eco buy and Kixer with the pre-fire on the Odin. Gonna finish off an incredible round for Virginia Tech. And this is the last round before halftime, Josh.
Yeah, and just from a sheer momentum standpoint, I mean, obviously, if you lose this round, you're putting everything you have into this. Whatever credits you got, whatever economy you have, you're using every single bit of it. As we see Chromium pulling out the Odin to try to counter Odin Kixer, it looks like. But you put everything into this. But at this point, this is all about momentum because now you're going to have Virginia Tech. They're feeling good about hitting their shots. They're feeling good about their sets going into the attack on Ascent. You have to be a little bit worried if you're ONU if you don't take this round. Oh, it's Chromium! It pays off! And Chromium repays the favor to Kixer with the Odin through the wall.
Oh my gosh. Chromium getting a return fire onto the Odin sprayer from Virginia Tech Kixer. And now Soup pulling out the knife at the worst time. What are you doing with the knife out there, bud? Chromium gonna take down 2. We're looking for an ace from the Odin in this round now. I want Chromium to get top frag. I want Chromium to get 5 frags. I want Chromium to get the spike plant. I want everything in Chromium's hands. Oh, and they're looking for another. That's the 3rd kill. The Odin is looking good, folks. The spike's going to be planted by Chromium. Oh, no, but that's going to be all she wrote for the Chromium Dream as there is no longer an ace available to them. But still, you can still take down Jadon. You can still get yourself the 5th round on the board. A crucial difference between 8-4 and 7-5. So you're going to have to make sure you don't let this 2v1 happen. Jadon spots one, spots the other, can't turn fast enough. Chromium picking up the 4K, and ONU picking up their 5th round before halftime.
It's such a tough position to be in if you're Jadon. You know, what do you want to do? Is we see Chromium right here repay Kixer for all the times he's done it to them. But it's a tough position if you're Jadon. It's a 2v1. I almost wish he would have just smoked off underneath him and tried to go for Chromium over there with the Odin and forced and force Snake out of position, or force Banana Strangler out of position. That's what I think I would have loved to have seen. Even though both of them are absolutely on fire tonight, that's probably the best play that you could have at that point. But you got to try to force both Chromium and Snake out of position in that moment. But now we're swapping around. We're back to pistols. Let's see if ONU taking that round feels a little bit better, only being down two rounds. Now they've got a chance to defend. What can they do against Virginia Tech?
Ooh, moving up through trees, gonna sniff out one. I'm not sure if they saw who that was, but the flash is gonna confirm it. That's gonna be a trade 1-for-1, 2-for-1. Snake having a good bit of it, trying to hit shots through the smoke, but Kixer's a little more accurate. And when the dust clears, it's gonna be overall 3 versus 1 left on the site. Virginia Tech going to try and get the spike down, but don't even have control of that. The spike is stuck in the archway, so Soup is gonna have to fight their way out of this. The spike's not even part of their win conditions. And Knights is going to get the kill credit, and that's going to be ONU taking the first round of the second half.
Yeah, that's a good job by ONU. You see the spikes down, you might as well rush it. He doesn't have the spike, he can't plant. It's only one person. You've got the numbers advantage. Just go ahead and see. I mean, if he kills both of you, the chances of that are pretty slim. Not that it's not impossible, but it's a lot smaller than if you just sat there and let him wait and recover and tried to wait it out. But you have vision on the spike. You can just rush him, take him out. It's a good move by ONU, and now they come one round closer as we're going into this little round right here. That's going to be kind of an important one for ONU to see if they can steal the momentum back.
Oh, and look at how the split is on the map. Look at the defense's hold. They only have 2 members up here. One of them is AFK technically because that Silvadrome was being controlled. Chromium loses the judge right there. That's a big drop now that the site is in control. You can run a site with that judge. You just got to make sure you play the right lines of sight. You don't go for any long trades. You got to make sure you keep it close quarter. Keep it around generator. But Snake still has a judge for the ONU side. So keep that in mind, folks. It's going to be some shotgun duels. And don't forget the lovely old Spectres. The time's ticking. Cooldowns are being used. Oh, that's a Paranoia coming out as well. It's going to be make or break. There's going to be a nice sniff through the smoke thanks to a recon. And that's going to be Knights getting 2, looking for a third. Snake trying to join in the fun. Does find a Spy Chicken, the only one to get a frag through the exchange for Virginia Tech, and ONU are able to even it out. And we got 7 rounds apiece.
Yeah, that's a great retake by ONU. They played patiently. They waited until the right moment, and they just moved in. They let them use all their flashes, let them get all that utility out of the way, and they had enough of a chance to hit those shots. And then you see their positions get given away, and Chromium and Knights hit some shots, and that's very, very big for ONU. And now they tie it up 7-7, but you know, I thought we got ONU's in the bonus right now. They're gonna go a little bit easy. Virginia Tech going to buy almost a full gun round, but you see Spy Chicken right there and half shields. Not quite exactly where you want to be, but Virginia Tech definitely has the range advantage right here. They got to take this round if they want to feel good about the next 3.
Oh, I'm sorry, Josh, but it just hurt watching Chromium throw 2 flashes for nothing right there. Just, you know, you're throwing those flashes. You could be saving them for something else, but you throw them and then you just turn and run. So no value to be found from 2 crucial cooldowns already used. And a breach with 1 flash is a lot more manageable than a breach with 3 flashes. So Virginia Tech going to want to use that to their advantage if they can call it out. Oh, the crosshair's so close. Oh, if Jadon just hit that left click, could have been the kill. But Chromium going to count their lucky stars. Still able to stay alive through that. And a very cautious first gun round, I should say, for the likes of Virginia Tech. They don't want to mess this up because they've already lost the first 2 rounds of this half, Josh. And if they lose the third, their economy is going to be in shambles. But they're pushing through the smoke. Chromium's going to get 1. An unfortunate awakening for Banana Strangler, but the trade comes through, and Spy Chicken's going to have to make the most out of their teammate falling. It looks like A-Site's going to be given up for free, and the retake will be the choice of ONU.
If you're ONU, you you're okay with giving that up whenever you lose the one person who was there covering A, and you want it with the way you've been playing retakes the last 2 rounds. You feel good about the spot that you're in. Now it's a 4v4 retake. Sova's got a little bit lower health, but that's okay. You have all of the time in the world right now. But Jadon takes down Knights, but Spy Chicken going down right there. Spoopy doing a really, really good job. Now they start moving in on the retake. Can he get the 2 underneath? Secrets takes down Jadon. Spoopy takes down Kixer. Now Snake finishing off Soup, and ONU It's going to take another round after they get this defuse. I loved seeing the way that they were playing that defense, Beanies. They weren't playing quite the default. It's like they were trying to play both A and mid at the same time to figure out where it was going to be. And you saw in that last one, Knights was kind of bouncing around between mid and then over towards trees, then mid, then over towards trees, trying to figure out where they were coming from. But when you see when you see Chromium go down, you're not quite there to take A away from them, but you're at least there to go for the retake quickly to try to force them into bad positions so they can't get really good defaults after the spike plant.
Yeah, and that's really a crucial part of retaking is if you can push really aggressively, if you can get coordinated fast enough and you can just execute on the site before the offense, as you said, even has times to find a good line of sight to find a position, then you really set yourself up for success. And ONU, they've been showing incredible proficiency in all facets of their defense. But now it's going to be a little easier for them. They're up against a pistol round, but I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch. You know, maybe there's going to be a lucky chicken here or there, and
you don't want to count your spy chickens before they hatch. You know, I had to throw that one out there. Come on.
Yeah, I spy what you did there.
I don't think you need to be my friend anymore for the next 5 minutes.
It's okay. We can bond over Valorant right now because we got what looks like something you and I both really, really enjoy when we see a team come through mid, take market or avoid market, I should say, and then push through spawn. And look at this, gonna be sniffed out. Secret's gonna be lying away. Gets the 1, gets the 2, gets the 3. Padding the stats is gonna be Secrets on the Killjoy, and J-Dawn basically giving up their life. Gonna be pulling out the axe and flawless coming out from ONU. I think that's 5 rounds straight for ONU. Yes, 5 rounds including last half for ONU. They're looking hot right now.
They're looking really good. I love that push through mid and to go through spawn. But I don't like them split pushing it like that. If you're going to push through mid, you don't want to have Spy Chicken all the way over on A main while you're trying to figure out whether or not you're going to push through mid on B or on A. There's too much separation there. And now you see, like, Spy Chicken gets caught out, the 4 of them get caught, and it gets sniffed out, and they go down very, very quickly, where maybe if you had another body there, maybe you would have had a little bit more utility to work with in that moment. As we see the Killjoy ult go down, but Chromium is already out for ONU. Kicks are just waiting to see what they can find. Snake is ready for it, though.
The Silver Recon didn't find anyone, but that was just a bait. Snake finds 2. Secrets gets a 3rd. This is a huge defense right now for ONU, and the spike is in their possession. We keep a look at Banana Strangler. Gonna see 1. Gonna have to trade out with Spoopy. Does overstep their bounds. So now J-Dawn left in a 1 versus 3. Make that a 1 versus 2. Silva Drone gonna try and locate this remaining member. I don't believe they got the dart on them. That's big. J-Dawn not going to be giving away their location. No spraying through the wall. But that's going to be bad. That's not what you want to see. Knight is ever so encroaching. That's going to be a little bit off the top from the shock arrow. The reload's coming through at the worst time, and J-Dawn is going to get dropped by Knights as ONU hits double digits on the round.
It was a great communication by ONU. I mean, that's a tough one for J-Dawn to be in. That was a pretty much a lose-lose scenario, but I don't think that Spoopy and Knights could have played that any better. You can tell they're communicating with each other. The utility comes out to find out exactly where J-Dawn is and then force him out of his comfort zone as they slowly moved in on there. ONU is just moving with surgical precision right now these last 4 rounds.
And you can really see why ONU wanted to play on Ascent. Their offense may have been something, but their defense, their retakes are so well coordinated. And they're honestly just getting some really lucky lineups and fortunate mishaps from Virginia Tech. But this time, Snake going to be dodging out of a bad spot, dodging a wrench and the ball this time around. Going to have to try and hit a shot or 2 if you can. 10 HP left on the Jet. Going to be taken down by the Killjoy. Not the turret like I thought maybe, but does trade out the Jet kill. So it's going to be no team left with a Jet. No duelists are going to be left on the field. So it's going to be left up to the controllers. Going to be left up to the Sentinels. Going to be left up to the agents best at trading kills. Maybe not initiating them, But that's okay. Someone's going to have to take that risk. Someone's going to have to swing that corner. Oh my God, kicks her. A beautiful peek with the Sheriff. Going to take Secrets down. One shot to the head is all it took, and that's a night-night for Secrets. Ooh, Soup had a little bit of what Kixer had right there, my friend. They're having their Wheaties for breakfast by the looks of it. Just 2 members remaining on the defense now, as the spike is going to go down on A site, giving a lot of control to Virginia Tech, and it's not looking good for the ONU retake this time around.
No, they don't have some of the strongest utility that they've been able to use on those retakes. And, Chromium taking down Jadon though. But Kixer uses the op to drop Chromium. Now it's a 3-on-1 retake. If I'm Knights, I just save right here. You've got a nice little cushion. You still have your ult for the next round. You can hold and just wait and see if maybe you can get an exit frag if they come hunting for you. Probably not, though. So ONU loses this one. Still has a little bit more of the momentum, but ONU,
Soup.
Knights waiting.
Soup. Soup gets dropped. Knights is rewarded for their patience. Cannot get the round for ONU, but gets out alive. Takes 1 member down on the backside of the round, and Virginia Tech gets their first successful round on the board for this entire offense on Ascent. It took them 6 rounds to get their first W on offense. So we'll have to see if they can keep this momentum going and step it up, because right now ONU is only 3 rounds off a game 1 victory.
Well, and something really, really big there is when Snake goes down and drops that op, now you get to put that op in the hands of Banana Strangler, and that just helps out the Virginia Tech economy so much more, and that's exactly what they needed. So Banana goes from an ultimate to now being able to have an op without spending any credits on it whatsoever. So Virginia Tech being down 2 rounds, that's something that they need, but that op has to pop off.
Raindrop, drop top, hoping the op pops off. I'll be waiting for my contract gif to show up when I get.
You're gonna be waiting a while. It's okay.
You know what? I'm a patient man, Josh. Don't you worry. But when that record deal comes, I'll be spitting bars. Banana Strangler gonna be looking to take 1 member down, maybe. Nobody to be found on A site, though. ONU going with a cautious approach. Chromium not really getting the memo. Going to spray and pray through the smoke, giving away a little bit of intel, but this is going to be really where the straw breaks the camel's back. It's going to be an ultimate thrown out by Breach, hitting nobody. Actually hitting their own teammate. And that's going to be 2 drops. Snake, a beautiful peekaboo. How you doing? Takes down Jado and gets out of the way before the wall closes down. And Banana Strangler going to be trying to trade back 1 with Soup. Throwing up the flashes could be exactly what they needed
10 seconds
to
left.
delay enough for the spike to go down. But that's massive. That's going to be a Breach ultimate coming out. And now it's going to be left up to the operator to try and cover Soup. They can't get him down in time. That's going to be the spike getting dropped. That's huge right now. Virginia Tech still has a hope in the prayer. Banana Strangler gets 2. Gets 3 in total. Secrets gets dropped. And now Spy Chicken going to be trying to help Banana Strangler. They're going to be trying to take down the spike. And that's 2 smokes by Snake. But Banana Strangler reads the play through the smoke. Hits it for a 4K, and Virginia Tech are feeling themselves.
If Snake hadn't moved while defusing, then he wouldn't have put himself in Banana's line of sight. That cursor was sitting just to the left, but you can see Snake moves here just a little bit and puts himself right in there. Is a nice flick by Banana, but that, oh my gosh, just that extra, the movement and the extra audio cue let him know exactly where to shoot. And again, just like we talked about, that op comes up big, as looks like Snake and Spy Chicken are going to face off here really early. We haven't seen this a whole lot because the ONU defense isn't very aggressive. They like to sit back a little bit and take that map control, really try to figure out where Virginia Tech's coming from. But now they're pushing themselves up just a little bit further than we've seen in the last couple of rounds.
And the big thing with ONU is going for that retake game. We've mentioned it time and time again, but ONU really feels confident in recontrolling a site. Banana Strangler taking a bit off the top, and that's going to be another drop for the operator on on Virginia Tech, as ONU left with 4 members alive. Spoopy going to be looking for a bit of info, but doesn't see the Omen right here in Pizza Cubby. And that's going to be tumultuous task as J-Dawn is unaware that someone's watching them from spawn. Can't find the shots, can't find the kill. That's going to give away their location, but a good smoke is going to give them a moment to breathe. And J-Dawn's going to TP out of there to safety. And with 30 seconds left, Virginia Tech really taking their time here. And a late choice to swing the bomb all the way around the B site. Josh, this is going to be really risky, especially with Killjoy being set up on this site. You're going to have to get past the alarm bots, going to have to get past the grenades, and you're going to have to get past 2 members on B side as Omen has officially TP'd over. But Spy Chicken making it a little bit easier to prevent any sort of retake as there's going to be 1 member dropped from ONU. But remember, 2 members are still on the site here. Soup going to give away their spot, going to give away 1, 2, 3. All the kills are coming in, and ONU, they were so patient. We knew that this is how they played the round, but they played it even better than expected. ONU gets their 11th round win.
I was really, really worried for ONU in that spot because, I mean, at that point, whenever you saw the paranoia come out and doesn't hit anybody, a Secret's just sitting in that corner makes them pay for going past and not. Check your corners, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Always check your corners. Check every angle. But you see Knights throw out the paranoia, hits nobody, and then you didn't see any rotation. At that point, you have to feel that's the game sense thing, right? You have control at A. They know you have control. There's 30 seconds left. You have to feel pretty confident that they're going to try to make a push and rotate over to B at that point. The rotation on defense was a little slow, but then you see the TP over towards B site, and they make a pay for it as Knights takes down Banana really early on. Oh, and Snake takes down Soup. A really, really bad early round for Virginia Tech as ONU is just going off right now. Now J-Dawn is down. Kickster takes down Knights and makes him pay, but Chromium takes him down, and now there's only 1 Spy Chicken left for Virginia Tech.
Why did the chicken cross the road? I think it's because ONU is on the other side here. Spy Chicken's just keeping their distance. 2 members are going to be sitting over there in trees. But what you really got to worry about is the player in market. That Killjoy has a grenade set up, you can see. And if Spy Chicken isn't aware of that grenade, it's going to be really difficult for them to handle that when it pops out. Now there's a turret also, so Spy Chicken really needs to find themselves over to that spike. But geez, really in a tough spot to try and get that spike and get us playing off. But you feel like you need to at this point because of how ahead ONU is. And how much more suffocating 12 to 9 can be. Secrets flank coming in, going to be taking down Spy Chicken. And while Chicken was still evaluating their options, Secrets brought the fight to them. And that's going to be match point for game 1 for ONU.
Great heads up play by Secrets there, knowing that they knew where Spy Chicken was. In a tough spot, you have full map control. Spy Chicken was going nowhere. Drop the turret in market, make sure if they do try to decide to come through mid, they're going to get stopped, or at least the turret's going to see them. Secrets uses that opportunity to flank around. Very, very, very good call. Again, ONU, they lose a couple of rounds, but they find a way to come back and start challenging Virginia Tech, and Snake needs to get a drop here very early, gets out of there, doesn't quite get a drop, but this is dangerous. We see the Blade Storm is out and ready to go.
And look at that. No time going to be wasted from either Killjoys. We have a Venn diagram created, and that middle zone is just going to be no man's land. But the defense loses their lockdown. A beautiful ultimate from Kickster. The Hunter's Fury going to take it down. Snake, though, going to be dropping Spy Chicken, and Knight's going to be dropping Banana Strangler as well. The offense is falling apart at the seams. The defense is looking so cool. Crisp, calm, collect. ONU, they're going to have to fight back against the remaining members on the site as the spike gets dropped. But ONU retakes is exactly where they love to flourish. Snake! Snake was ready for the recon! The shot's gonna be heard around the world as Kickster is going to try and play hero, but ONU snuffs out that dream, brings back reality, and ONU takes game 1 in our best of 3.
Defenders win.
I can't even believe the shot that we just saw, just waiting for the recon dart and just being there, just standing against the wall. That's such a great heads up play. And that's the type of stuff that ONU was doing the entire time on defense. I mean, there was a legitimate concern before they swapped onto defense. Like, is ONU have they lost all momentum? Can they take it back? And they put on a clinic of how to play defense in Ascent whenever they switched. Great job of taking Ascent map 1 by ONU. Virginia Tech played well. They played well on defense, just not enough on offense, not enough to stop ONU on those retakes.
And something to point out, folks, is that kills are not everything. Frags do not mean you win. Our 2 top fraggers come from our losing team, Banana Strangler and Spy Chicken. And this just lends itself to the spread out of the load carrying, I guess you could say, by ONU, how everybody lifts their fair share, everybody's contributing. And it's not just a matter of getting top frag or getting a sick amount of kills. It's about getting the valuable kills, getting the kills that matter, getting the frags that are going to affect the round and actually give you a chance to win this game. And as you saw, ONU had no trouble with that. But we're going to have to see what happens on game number 2 here, folks, because we're going to hit a very brief break. But when we get back, ONU and Vespa are going to game number 2, and Vespa is looking to keep their lives in this. Welcome back to the stream, everybody. Beanies and Josh here as we just came out of quite the game one between ONU and Vespa, as ONU was able to take down Vespa in pretty convincing fashion, a score of 13-9 overall. And if you looked at the kills in the scoreboard, you would be thinking it was leaning one way, but team play and fair and balanced load carrying makes the seesaw lean the other way, Josh.
Yeah, and ONU showed exactly why they're undefeated through Split 2 so far. It's really, really precise communication. You know what?
Yep.
Honestly, in the first half of Ascent, we saw a little bit more balance between the two teams. We saw a couple of rounds run by one, then a couple of rounds run by another, and then Virginia Tech went on like a nice little like 4 or 5 round run, and then ONU finally at the very end pulled it back closer to within striking distance. And just because they were in striking distance by the time they hit defense, they felt like they were in a really good spot. And we know why they love to play Ascent, because they run defense with surgical precision, and they run more of a default set, but they can play it aggressively and a little bit more passively and still have map control and see where everything is. But now we're moving on to a different map. We're moving on to Bind. This is Virginia Tech's pick. It's a map I have seen them be very successful in before, and it's going to be interesting to see how ONU tries to counter them here.
Oh, we already got ourselves an Astra instantly locked in by Virginia Tech. This is going to be the first Astra I've had the pleasure of casting. And honestly, one of the things that's going to be really interesting to watch is how they use Astra and her recent changes. For those of you who may or may not know Astra, one of her abilities lets her set these orbs around the map, place them preemptively, and then she can choose to activate them in, I believe, 3 different ways. She can either A, recall them, B, turn it into a smoke, or C, turn it into a vortex. And recently, the change made to the vortex was that it will pull you
Choose
off of
your
spike,
agent.
whether you're planting or diffusing. So now Astra has become a massive threat in the post-plant game, and I'm excited to see how Virginia Tech brings her out.
I almost got doubly excited because I thought we were going to get to see an Astra and a Viper in this game, because Spoopy was hovering over Viper.
That is post-plant
and I thought
hell,
we were
okay?
I thought we were gonna get to see it, but instead hovered over Yoru for just a second, then switched over to the Omen. But I am excited to see the Astra play, because I've had the chance of watching Astra once so far in Split 2, and she is a dangerous agent, especially on a map like Bind.
Yeah, Bind is a great map also for the likes of Raze, and when you have the ability to pull any sort of crowd control in assistance with Raze, it makes her job a lot easier. I think we also have a Sage on that team comp for Virginia Tech, so a lot of not only the Sage's abilities, but the Astra's Vortex are going to be great tools to aid in the explosive capabilities of that Raze paint grenade specifically. We can already get an idea of how we're going to see Banana Strangler play this out. Throwing out the orbs early on gives you a little bit of intel on the choices that they're going to be making. I saw one there in Hookah, another on B site, and another over in Showers. So going to constantly keep ONU on their feet guessing what each orb is going to do and how Virginia Tech is going to follow with said orb's ability. Ooh, but Snake going to be stepping up to the plate here, and unfortunately is reaching over just a little bit too far. Jadon going to be dropping one, and that's going to be a free ghost in the hands of the offense. That's going to be bad for Omen, forced to hit the TP, and that's going to guarantee Spy Chicken a kill, because they were lying in wait ready for Spoopy to show up on the other side of the teleporter. Virginia Tech are giving us a good showing as to why they wanted this map. Woo! Woo! Oh, Jadon almost getting the 2-piece. Unfortunately, a little too expensive for that pocket of change. Knights, though, minimal amounts of HP, get sniffed out for their location, 10 HP to be exact, but the spike's going to go down, and Knights, they'll be left here to their own devices to try and make a hero play. 10 HP, excuse me, 10 HP against 4 people, not likely, and Spy Chicken going to pick up the 3-piece.
Spy Chicken doing such good job of flanking around A and just going full map to get all the control and sneaking up on Knights right there. But ONU just got hit very, very hard. They overextended. Where we saw an Ascent, they played a little bit more passively on defense. They overextended on B long, and they paid for it. you see Spoopy had the TP, gets taken out by Spy Chicken. Snake went down really early on, and that just opened up B for Virginia Tech. And now we're going to see them play a little bit more passively than they did before.
Knights just jumping through the teleporter, I guess. Virginia Tech dropping everybody in merely 10, 15 seconds. What did I... Okay.
I don't know what we just saw. Okay, it looks like they had two next to TP, and they thought to ourselves, okay, we're going to have Knights try to satchel jump across and kill them while we run out of the door. They honestly tried. It was like essentially the holding the baseball and pretending like you threw it to somebody else. They tried to trick Virginia Tech into thinking that they weren't going to get pinched right there, and they paid mightily for it. I don't know that I've seen that play ever in any kind of Valorant play. I love the idea, but man, against a team like Virginia Tech who plays so well on Bind, they're going to hear the TP and be ready for it. They were in spots to take it out, and ONU trying something different. It doesn't pay off. Let's see if they kind of go back to a little bit more of a default defense.
But you got to respect that ingenuity there, Josh. Really.
Oh, absolutely. That's something I would have tried to do. And I like the aggression. I'll always reward it. Absolutely not. not unless I did it successfully 1,000 times and unrated.
I respect your decision making. I'd take you as a teammate. Ooh, Soup, a nice little arrow gonna get sniffed out, but you love the little bounce they knew would happen. Nice lineup, ready to go, but nobody gonna be committing to B site as Sova throws the recon out here and kicks her. Holy moly, really bringing the pedal to the metal there with the judge. Gonna be taking down one, and now ONU is gonna be playing a little cautious. A site is large enough where you don't really have to fully back off and get ready for the retake. And you can see the 4 members of the defense have responded, but the 5 members of the offense have the numbers advantage. They have the ability to trade. And there's a trade kill coming out, 1 apiece for each side. The Spike, though, has a Guardian. And that Guardian's going to be ready to take down one, looking to follow suit with another Chromium, the last one standing, and that's going to be Spectres lighting up the kill feed, and Virginia Tech taking a 3-piece in 3 straight rounds at the start of Bind.
Yeah, it's always tough whenever you plant U-Haul because you have to get that control over mid and short. But I guess they thought somebody was still going to be over in mid towards that A short, and so they spent so much of their energy looking over that direction that they moved way too slowly to try to retake. And Virginia Tech put themselves in perfect positions to cover that spike. ONU is just getting rolled over right now as we see Sheriffs coming out to play. But you have a full buy for Virginia Tech against Sheriffs. Oh, I was going to say they need to hit some big shots here, but Banana Strangler already starting off, taking down Knights early on in the round. This is just going to be another tough round for ONU.
The defense is not having a good run of it so far. First 3 rounds, now the 4th starting off. Not that great. Oh, and you can see Banana going to be recalling their various orbs. Going to want to find value from them elsewhere, and that's going to be an A site taken over by Virginia Tech fairly easily on an eco round to be admitted. But Secret's going to try and make a little bit happen here. All you need is a headshot. Ooh, and that's going to be exactly what the doctor ordered. Secrets gets 1, but cannot get the 2nd. And that'll be Virginia Tech keeping the undefeated streak going here on Bind.
Yeah, I mean, you have nothing to lose at that point. At least make them pay a little bit. And Banana dropping all those kills, getting 1 right here, got 2 more afterwards. Why not make them pay? And there's the 2nd one. But ONU just keeps putting themselves in these retakes. It's like they're not even moving together. We see a couple go in, then a couple more go in, and they all get. They're not communicating. It looks like they're all just going in at different times and getting completely separated. And this is a far cry from the ONU defense we saw in Ascent. It is completely out of sync right now, and Virginia Tech is taking advantage of them forcing and pushing the issue at the wrong times a lot right now.
And we have a tack pause right now. Production, can you just confirm who the pause is for? Came in from Snake. Okay. So Snake over on ONU called the pause. Going to be ONU taking a chance to regroup themselves. A smart choice there, Josh, as well, when you drop 4 rounds after a pretty good first game overall. You take the W, you have a lot of good things that came out of it, especially that defense that we saw coming out from ONU. They were immensely successful, but now on the defense on Bind, they're not finding that same success. And it feels like it starts a lot with they're not expecting a lot of the aggression that we see from Virginia Tech. They're not expecting the go button that's being pushed. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is Kixer satchel charging straight into lamps and taking one off the dome with a judge. And I mean, that's really been the name of the game here for Virginia Tech. When they make a decision, when they want to execute, they hit that go button, and really ONU hasn't been able to rubber band it.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel good about them taking attack pause right here. You know, being able to just take that second to say, okay, guys, what's happening? What is going on? Why are we not? Why are our sight lines not right? Why aren't we holding the right angles? I keep getting killed from behind. Who was supposed to be watching that? Yeah, why are we missing shots? That's a huge one. That's a big one, right? And so, you know, why did we try to double satchel charge after a TP whenever we knew that they were running through B mid? Why is that a play that we decided to make? And so you get to take a second, regroup, get your mentals in the right place, and then see if you can start to make a little bit of a comeback here.
ONU is not a stranger to dropping a few rounds in a row. We've seen them do it before. Snake, we've seen them do this before. Snake able to get one piece and then get out of the harm's way of that lockdown. Oh, but Kixer lined up beautifully, ready to take down Snake, and then Jadon going to eliminate the value of that operator with the res. An incredibly powerful ultimate. And now you have a trade coming through towards the back of site. Nobody detained from the ultimate, but the spike finally going to go down as two members of ONU have to try and retake against the 4 of Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech is just so on point with everything right now. As Kixer goes down to Knights, I thought Kixer was gonna have the jump, but goes down on the peak. Boopy goes down to Soup. That's a tough 2v1, but Knights now trying to peek, seeing if he can get at least a couple of them on the point, but this is gonna be a tough 3v1. Not a winning situation for Knights. Decides to pull back and just save right here. Probably the right play.
Yeah, and even after that tack pause, Virginia Tech able to come out ahead in that round, keeping their flawless in game 2 going. And Virginia Tech going to get that 5th round win here. What I love to always point out, and I feel like a really good marker for, you know, achieving success in a half, is when you get that 6th round on the board, you guarantee at least going into second half of the tie. And Virginia Tech, they're 1 round off doing just that, and that's going to be a big marker for not only them, but for ONU as well, who need to have a solid second half of their defense. They want their offense to not have that pressure in the back of its head, that feeling of you need to execute, you need to figure this out, or else you're going to drop the game.
And I mean, if you look at ONU right now, they're just trying to figure out what they want to do with the buys. They give Chromium the Vandal, they put the Spectre on Spoopy, and they just don't know exactly where they want to go. But Knights going down with the Showstopper out is such a big loss for ONU. Spoop taking down Banana, but it doesn't matter. The Showstopper is out of the game, everybody. But Snake with Blade Storm, about to peek the corner. Takes down Spy Chicken. Oh, misses.
Not able to get the second, and the wall's going to stop any flank. You're going to have to use a updraft if you want to get over the wall. As Virginia Tech, they are down in numbers right now. They're going to have to go up against the 3 strong of the defense, and the 3 strong has control of the spike. They know exactly where it is. They know where one member of this offense is, but Soup still has a little bit of that element of surprise. Ooh, that arrow left a little bit to be desired from both sides. Not going to get anything out of it. Now we can see if Kixer can one-up Knights, and that ultimate from before doesn't find any success. Going to be trading out 1. The Hunter's Fury on the backside going to be causing a lot of pressure here for Virginia Tech. But Soup, you only got 25 seconds. You got to make sure to save at least 4 for the plant. Oh, and that's going to be Secrets. A beautiful double bounce shock arrow. And that gets ONU on the board. And honestly, Josh, that gets the camel off the back of ONU.
Yeah, you have to feel so much better at this point if you're ONU, because it's just seeing that goose egg on the board is just so difficult, especially when you know Virginia Tech's about to take their 6th game in a row, but Now you have a full buy. You're going to have a full gun round against them. And this is where we've seen ONU come back before. I've seen ONU down against some of these other teams throughout Split 1 and in Split 2. But as soon as you get to the gun round, everything can change. They've been in a lot of econ trouble since the beginning of this map. But is this the moment where they can start to pull themselves back into the game?
No luck with Soup getting that Hunter's Fury. Oh no, Snake dies with the Operator. An unfortunate turn of events there. Spoopy trying to keep this going for the team. One traded out, but that's not going to be enough for ONU, who are going to be relying on Chromium here on the Killjoy, previously of Breach in game 1. Now fulfilling a different role, but nonetheless cannot finish off anybody during that clutch, and that's going to be Virginia Tech getting that 6th round on the board.
And you see the pressure that ONU is under right now. I think that moment right there by Chromium is the perfect display of what's happening to ONU right now. Pushing just a little bit too hard, to rotate a little bit too fast, gets there late, and then gets caught trying to swap to the Phantom in the middle of turning that corner. And it's just too much, forcing too many things to happen too fast and not playing with precision right now. That's exactly what's happening with ONU, and that's happening to them to every single round.
Kixer, the lone member here, hanging out in hookah. Seems like their main job is to get these cooldowns to come out of ONU. We've seen the shock arrow. I believe that's going to be, yes, that is ONU's Omen Smoke, because Virginia Tech has themselves that Astra, who throws down the ultimate. And that wall is really going to cause some issues. Obstructing the line of sight is an incredible commodity to have. But I will say, Astra's been very conservative with their orbs this game. Oh, Spooky. Trying to make a play happen. No! Oh. The recon arrow sniffs out Spoopy. And now the A site, or excuse me, B site, folks, is going to be the location of our spike plant. Kixer getting a kill onto their clone, Spider-Man pointing.jpg. Virginia Tech with 5 strong on the site, gonna. Ooh, I like the attempt there, Snake, but you can't wallbang that. And now that's gonna be just 2 members left for ONU, but Virginia Tech back to their form after dropping that 1 round against ONU earlier on. Chromium trying to find something. Oh, I love this. Oh my god, pulls out the shorty, gets a headshot. Even though Chromium does go down, you love to see the attempt. You love the enthusiasm with the shorty. Virginia Tech, 7 rounds on the board.
And I just don't even know what you do if you're ONU at this point. You know, this is, at this point, this isn't just momentum for Virginia Tech. This is, if you're ONU, you're at a loss for words, because they've tried 3 different types of defensive sets. They've tried a heavy A, they've tried a heavy B, they've tried something in between. They tried some wild thing where they TP. They keep trying everything, but every single time, Virginia Tech is just peaking at the right times. They're working together, they're coordinated, they're communicating, and they're hitting every single shot. We already see Secrets right now has already taken damage, and they haven't even really made the full push onto the B site yet. So ONU is just at a loss right now, and I don't know how you come back from this until you switch sides.
It only takes one person, I think, at this point. If you have one person that can make a play, then that can start to swing things for your team. But Snake is not going to be that person this time around. Spoopy, it's going to be hard for them to do anything as well, because these shock arrows are putting a lot of pressure. Going to commit the Omen ultimate here to get to safety and elbow. In that Killjoy lockdown, not going to find anybody. But Astra having that top-down view is such a crucial tool to have for your team. The Knights sneaking up, going to find one. Knights is going to try to play hero here as the Killjoy ultimate from the defense is going to come out. There's going to be 1 dropped, but Virginia Tech Spy Chicken going to keep them in this. Watch the spike though, folks. Has yet to be dropped. Lockdown has been used, has been destroyed. And you heard a TP coming through, but that was just a bait because Banana Strangler reading Chromium, and gonna get the spike credits as well. 8-1 now, Virginia Tech.
I mean, again, there you had Knights on the flank, full position, exactly where you would want Knights to be with the way that they played in map 1, and you get one pick, you don't get the second. Spy Chicken was there waiting for somebody to come around on the flank. Again, that's just Virginia Tech setting up in the right spots and knowing exactly where they need to be looking, what they need to be checking for, and communicating that to each other. Spy Chicken just lying in wait for that flank to come around, and Knights just can't quite hit the shots. And I say it all the time, every time we start a broadcast meeting, I'm going to say this. It all comes down to clicking heads and getting those shots.
Yeah, you gotta get the clutch kills, you gotta get the crucial kills, you gotta get the valuable kills, and Spoopy gonna find some great value out of this. Not only eliminating a member from Virginia Tech, but trading out the judge for a Phantom. It's gonna be a fantastic economic choice, but spoke a little too soon. Spoopy still looking to hold out Hookah. Is not done with this judge just yet. Gonna get sniffed out because the smoke expires as the recon sends out a pulse. Soup played that incredibly well using the vision provided by Sova to perfection. Nobody home yet. Soup cautious in Hookah, but no commit just yet. There you hear the TPs coming out, the teleports to follow suit. The defense gonna respond. Jet already by showers with a shotgun. This is gonna be a bloody massacre, folks. One's gonna be found. Snake looking for the second, but the recon arrow is gonna be spotting them out, and that's going to be an updraft that just gets them into a better location to take a headshot off with the judge. Spy Chicken though, able to find one. Spy Chicken looking for one, looking for two, looking for three. Spy Chicken looking for the fourth as Knights gonna sniff out the alarm bot, and that's gonna give away their position. Virginia Tech responding accordingly. Nicely done, throwing out the turret as well, and that's gonna be a beautiful plant by Soup. Spy Chicken and Soup now gonna have to try and get crossfire going because you don't want to get too tapped. Knights only has 55 HP to work with here. That grenade gonna be a great tool for stalling, and look at Soup able to make their way all the way up into heaven. But not even gonna be needed because Spy Chicken saw the Quadra and wanted to secure it for themselves. A 4-piece for Virginia Tech's Killjoy and 9 rounds for them in total.
I mean, that was better by ONU. It was definitely a little bit better played. They had somebody sitting there waiting on A. They didn't commit like with a full rotation over to B, and so you had Snake in a good spot. But again, you just had two people sitting on U-Haul checking the same angle. After Snake goes down, you immediately need to have one of those two people checking U-Haul and one checking towards showers, but they were both looking the same direction with each other, and you had nobody checking that angle where Snake had just gotten killed from, and it's decisions like that and moves like that that's just ruining ONU's defense right now.
Oh, and you're talking about bad decisions there. Look at where the body is for that first kill onto Sova from ONU. Way too far up. And Knights didn't get your memo. Gonna be Satchel charging into Hookah and just met with a piece of lead to the dome. And Virginia Tech hits double-digit rounds in the first half as we only have 1 round remaining.
It's going to be interesting to see where ONU's head is going to be at whenever they get to attacking. At this point, you're down 9 rounds. Virginia Tech is they're at the very least it's a minimum 10 going into the second half of the map, right? If you're ONU, do you really want to kind of like essentially delay the inevitable? Do you want to try to go for the comeback? It's possible. It's not it's improbable. It's not impossible. Oh, it's Secrets. It's going to go ahead and bust out the Hunter's Fury right now.
Oh, I love where Banana's going with this. We see the Odin reminiscent of last game, except this time in the hands of someone else. Snakes almost gets dropped, but no kills to be found just yet. Secrets, though, is going to be cut off. Just check your corners. Banana Strangler doesn't check the corner. That's going to be 1 drop. Nobody found the Sova just yet. Actually, Secrets will eventually go down. But my gosh, Banana Strangler's lucky there as the spike's going to get planted for Virginia Tech. Ooh, and the lockdown.
Banana Strangler and Secrets were both lucky in that moment. Oh, Chromium trying to peek, takes down Soup. 2v3. Oh, they might be able to make something happen, but a Banana Strangler taking down Chromium. This is a 1v3 on the rotation. Spoopy trying to make a play here. Doesn't hit the shots and goes down. Virginia Tech now up 11-1 as they switch sides.
Whew! I mean, all things considered, we might be out of here before a full gun buy round comes in, Josh. If we see a second pistol go the way of Virginia Tech, then it's a real possibility we're going to end 13-1. So ONU with an up. I don't even want to say an uphill battle. It's an up cliff battle right now with an 11-1 scoreline to come back from. You have to really have your hiking gear. You have to have your rope, your harness, and everything to climb up this bad boy because Virginia Tech have perked themselves up on the high ground. And as Sun Tzu said, high ground wins wars.
Yeah, this is like trying to climb a cliff with one hand tied behind their back right now. This is a tough, and this is almost, yeah, I wish. I'm too old for that. I can't make that happen. But if you're ONU, do you want to keep putting yourself through this on this map, or do you just want to move on to map 3? They have the luxury after taking map 1 of being ahead, or do you want to try to force the issue, or do you want to move on to map 3 and see what you can do on Icebox? But looks like they're going to try to do whatever they can in this pistol round and see where it goes from there. But if they go down, Spy Chicken taking down Knights early on, and then Chromium, J-Don only going down. A nice 2-for-1 switch by Virginia Tech.
The remaining 3 members of ONU are on the left side of this point here on B. You see 2 members are going to be going towards the TP. Nobody notices Snake. Snake can't get the kill. Snake, please! Snake, no! And Josh, if you needed any way to encapsulate how Game 2 has been going for ONU, that is going to be the only GIF you'd need.
Secrets waiting it out. This is interesting. Can Secrets get a couple of picks here that might be able to change things in this round, but no, not quite.
Spoopy, the lone member, alive. Spike is down. Cannot find the first. And Soup gonna pick up that 3-piece. So now with 4 members living, a defuse coming through, and a pistol round 1, Virginia Tech is at Game 2 point.
I believe at this point we can safely say that we're going to see Virginia Tech take this map. Even if ONU goes on a really, really one of the strongest runs we've seen in CF1 play yet, it's still an improbable win for them. Virginia Tech has been too strong in Ascent. Their attack and their defense have both been on point. And you know what? I got to give it to ONU, though. Fighting it out until the very last second. Just seeing what they can do, seeing if they can just take a round. And like you said, it just takes 1 round as Soup goes down to Snake right there. An early drop for ONU. Let's see what they can do. The Snake going down to Kixer. We got some early fights early on, but see if ONU can finish anything off. Chromium taking down Kixer right there. Banana Strangler taking 2 himself. But Knights moves in with a satchel charge to punish Banana for taking down 2 of his teammates, and then goes back and gets the spike. And we've got a 2v2 right now, Beanies.
Oh no, but it's a 2v2, but Josh, look at the HP pool. It's Spy Chicken with a Phantom up against Knights with half HP and a Spectre, and Virginia Tech, in incredibly dominant fashion, are going to take Game 2, a final score of 13-1.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a play like that. At that point, you're playing with free money. You can do whatever you can do. You get the spike planted, and then you decide to satchel up and see what you can do with the Spectre. But if you're in it and you're trying to take the round, why not just plant the spike and then sit back and force them to come make a play? It's little things like that ONU was doing the entire time. Little plays, little moments where they were trying to be individual heroes, where they were trying to be a little bit too overly aggressive, and they got punished for it time in and time out. But now, we move on to map 3, we move on to Icebox. ONU picked defense first for this map, so this is going to be where maybe they can pull some of that confidence back. They can say, okay, let's breathe, let's figure out what went wrong, and let's play our game on Icebox and see what we can do moving forward into this map 3.
And that's going to be a big one because, even though it is going to be a map 3 and each team has 1 win under their belt, these 2 wins, Josh, are very, very different circumstances. And I'm going to be very interested to see how ONU can bounce back after such a difficult loss in the second game. But we're going to find that out in just a few minutes, folks, because after a very short break, Game 3 on Icebox is coming to you, and we'll be there.
What is fake and the risk we have to take? Will we know what is throwing off our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach.
Welcome back, everybody. Beanies and Josh here on the call as we have Game 3 coming at you between ONU, Ohio Northern University Esports, and Virginia Tech Esports. And I mean, we're at the third game, Josh, but if we compare Game 1 to Game 2, there are two very different stories there.
Yeah, vastly different stories. You know what? Honestly, there was a small moment in Map 1 where we saw the Virginia Tech team that we saw throughout the entirety of Map 2. But ONU did such a good job on defense in Map 1. I'm like, okay, they're on point. Their communication's there. They're moving well together. They look like a well-oiled machine right now. They look like the team that's gotten themselves to 2-0 through Split 2 so far. And then just to see how out of sync they were on bind for that Map 2, on both as attackers and as defense, it was so jarring. And we saw exactly why bind was the map for Virginia Tech. They play it so well. They did a good job of playing cat and mouse games with ONU as the attackers, keeping them off kilter. And I love seeing that from them. And even more so, what I love seeing more is it looks like from Virginia Tech, we are going to get some Viper. We're getting double Viper play on Icebox tonight, ladies and gentlemen. I've been waiting for this since they made multiple different changes to Viper multiple different times. Astra. We are going to get double Viper. Are we going to see an Astra on Spy Chicken? Are we going to see ultimate lockdown? I love this, though, Beanies.
Let's not get too excited before they lock it in. We can talk about the double Vipers we're seeing for those of you who do or do not know. Viper had some changes made to her toxic everything, I should say, her wall, her bubble, her normal vulnerability thrown down, just a little more annoying. But the big thing is how that decay hits instantaneously and drops 50 off the health bar, I believe. So it really just puts a hole in your plans, and if you just touch it, you really get thrown in a wrench. But that will not be an Astra. It's going to be a Killjoy, I believe, from Spy Chicken, as we've grown used to from this incredible player, I will say. One of the names we've been saying time and time again, Spy Chicken and Banana Strangler really stole the show in that game too. And Banana Strangler, flexing this pool, I should say real quick. Banana Strangler, 3 different agents, 3 different games.
Oh, yeah, you're exactly right. And I was going to bring up the same thing, but with Chromium in a different way, where Chromium, we saw him play very, very well with Breach in Map 1. Not so much in Map 2. Definitely struggled a little bit more, but what can Chromium do with Viper now going into this Map 3 on Icebox? This is going to be really interesting to see. There is going to be so much attempted map control with those 2 agents alone that I don't even know. The entire sides of the map are going to be completely locked down, and it's going to be fun to watch. But I have been looking forward to this for a while now. It's just going to be interesting to see which one of these teams utilizes Viper the most.
Yeah, and Viper is very much a skill expression character through studying lineups. A lot of Viper's utility requires you to know a lot of locations beforehand. As you can see, that Viper lineup is not something you would just pick up. Oh, let me take a shot and see if this works. No, this is practice. Both of these teams understand where Viper is most effective and how to play around the wall that Viper creates. As you can see, Virginia Tech doing so right now. Spy Chicken, though, an interesting investment. The first round Sheriff foregoing any utility. It makes sense. An offense Killjoy not going to be looking to do much with their equipment. Even post-plant, you'd still probably find more value just by trading it out. And Soup going to be getting a kill there for Virginia Tech, as you can see Decay brought Kixer all the way down to 1 HP. Going to heal that back up at 100. And that's going to be big for VT, who got themselves a nice lead, but have to hold on to it with 2 members of ONU still trying to retake. Snake here up in the top half of the spike. Ooh, and a nice set of moves for Jadon to get some new ammo. Gonna find one. See Snake up top. Cannot trade that out. Snake gonna get a 3-piece. But now the lineups start to show up. This is where Banana Strangler is gonna reign supreme. You gotta kill the Viper if you want to deal with this lineup, with the toxicity. You can't get the defuse off because Viper still has 1 more to go. And look at that. Yep. That is why you play Viper, my friends. Banana Strangler controlling that post plant to perfection. Virginia Tech 1-0.
And the best part, too, is Banana Strangler literally just got to sit in safety the entire time while making
yeah.
those plays. Those are the kinds of things that you can do whenever you utilize Viper the right way, both on offense and on defense. I thought Chromium was playing a little bit more aggressively than I would have liked to have seen on that B site. On the Viper, maybe pull back a little bit more, play a little bit more in cover, and wait to see what you can see. But Snake trying to do everything he could for ONU to try to pull them out, but it just wasn't enough. Virginia Tech running that pistol round with that Viper utility to perfection.
You can see the same Viper lineup going to be used. Interesting choice, ONU pre-firing theirs as well. Not going to find any value from it on A site. Ooh, a spy chicken with the sheriff. Going to get one. Knights does take a little bit of damage on that. Soup going to trade it out as Knights gets another. So nicely done. The Rays from ONU stepping up to the plate here in round 2. But the HP bars are going to be the big story here, Josh. You got to keep an eye out. Viper and Rays combined have 50 HP, maybe. ONU's going to have to try and pull out a successful retake with that. But oh no, both of them. That's going to be 2 lined up and taken down by Kixer. And Viper with 12 HP going to be the last remaining member. But Kixer just cleans him up for the 3-piece.
I mean, this Sage Viper combination is so lethal whenever you get the spike planted as attackers, because you've got all sorts of utility to throw on that spike to keep them off of it. And what are you supposed to do if you're ONU, if you're constantly being slowed or damaged or decayed anytime you walk towards that spike or come anywhere close to it? Virginia Tech playing this very, very well. You're gonna see a full gun round by ONU. They have to force this bonus round for Virginia Tech. And so you have to feel really good about what you're doing. You're in map 3. This is it. This is the match right here. Virginia Tech feeling very, very good about their spots. And we see a couple of sheriffs coming out to play. A little bit different of a lineup for ONU, using that Viper wall to really block them off and stop them from even making the move in the beginning.
Yeah, but Chromium is not able to find value with it. When they jump through the wall, they're going to be at about 100 HP total. So that's really a great opportunity for even a Phantom to hit a headshot and get a kill. But that Vandal was not able to find success. The wall is now used, and one of the downsides to it is there's no more value to be found from this wall, albeit, more value than the first 2 rounds where it was just thrown on the A site. But still, Virginia Tech really utilizing these lineups a little bit better. We see ONU who are committing these walls early on the round, but no kills just yet here. A nice wall going to be used by the Sage, going to try and secure that defuse. But no, we're going to have 2 members eliminated here off the defuse attempt. Nice kill by J-Dawn, and look at this. It's just so hard to play the vertical game against these remaining offense players. Knights going to be looking for a shot. Oh, pulls out the paint canister at the wrong moment, and Banana going to trade out their Spectre for a Vandal. And Virginia Tech picking up where they left off in Bind, 3-0.
They haven't missed a beat since map 2. They are doing exactly what they did before, but now it's even more dangerous because just every single time we're going to see the same setup. If it's not broke, don't fix it. We're going to see the Viper wall go out. They're going to slow play it once they feel like they're in a pretty good spot and there's only one, maybe 2 people over at B. You're going to see the Sage wall come out, and then they're going to throw utility while they plant the spike every single time. And Chromium going to try to put up another wall, now going in close.
Oh,
gets picked off by the drone. Chromium going down early on. Oh, I love the play, but just too much utility there. Goes down very quickly. Banana Strangler getting picked back up by Kixer.
Yeah, I got a little too excited there for ONU, but that's a good res right there. Sage providing incredible utility just from being alive. Snake, though, going to be using the Blade Storm to take the lives that Sage gives. The agents give it, and the agents taketh away. Oh, Secrets has to know that their location is given away. Spoopy making the Marshal look like an operator right there, getting the headshot on the Soup. Nice kill. Spoopy looking to bring his team back into this as Virginia Tech and the rest of this offense has to try and hold. Oh, Snake misses the right click. Nothing left but the right click from the Classic. Banana Strangler needs to hit the aim trainer. Can't hit any shots. They're going to spray through the smoke and still can't hit anything. My God, somebody pull up Aim Hero for this kid because he can't hit a shot. And on the other side of it, J-Dawn is playing Aim Hero right now. Not missing a single beat, getting 2 kills. But as Banana goes down, they do fire off the remaining Toxin. But that's the worst time to be caught sleeping. J-Dawn gets the 4K for Virginia Tech, and the flawless round streak continues.
J-Dawn, just the perfect time to peak, and you feel bad for Snake in that moment because Snake playing a really, really fun game of who can kill who first with Chromium. But look, when you are with Banana Strangler, but when you've got a Classic versus a Phantom, you got to feel pretty good when you pop around the corner and you get the drop there. But man, that Virginia Tech definitely making it a little bit more interesting there. ONU puts more pressure on them so they can't get their set in exactly the way they wanted to. But look, it's coming out again. ONU trying to figure out anything they can do to stop it. Snake gets pushed out and found by the drone, but Virginia Tech getting in the exact set they want to get into yet again.
Well, you can see Snake has the operator trying to get a line, trying to get a shot. Nobody's gonna cross that path yet, getting a little impatient. Wants to step up to the plate, but Virginia Tech playing this nice and slow for the time being. Another Viper wall is going to go up. We're waiting for that cooldown. 5 HP! An operator wallbang just barely going to miss. Ooh. Knights, though, taking down one. Giving a little bit of a jolt of life here to the defense, but Knights going to be left with very little HP. Does get healed up, but still Snake only going to have 5. Oh, and Soup wins the peak, wins the battle. Spy Chicken also going to be grabbing one as well. But this is left with a 3 versus 3 when all said and done. Oh, Soup is looking so good with this operator, but Spy Chicken drops. That's a big elimination there by Knights. Virginia Tech are going to be making their first move of the match towards A site.
I thought that they were going to get found mid.
Do they have the time?
10 seconds left.
Opting to go over. I don't think that they have
I don't know if they have the time.
It's going to be close. They got to get it. They got to start the plant now.
That's...
Spike goes down. They don't have time. Knights with the smart play to rotate over to A and take them down during the rotation. They had to get that spike planted quick if they were even going to have any time at all, but it doesn't matter. Knights is there ready to take.
And that just shows how much Valorant is a game of seconds. If that decision was made a few seconds earlier, you can imagine they'd be on the site just as ONU was possibly showing up here. Knights getting ready, and yeah, maybe they wouldn't have even needed to have the weapon pulled out so late. But because of how the time ticked down, it's going to be Virginia Tech dropping their first round of the match, or excuse me, of the game 3, I should say. And ONU picking up the first one here as A site. Going to be the location for the first time of the match here for Virginia Tech off the rip. J-Dawn. Oh, J-Dawn almost. Do you see how those jets barely missed each other? Oh my god. It's straight out of Scooby-Doo. It's straight out of Scooby-Doo. Snake's still going to drop Spy Chicken, but Virginia Tech is going to get the spike planted on A site. And now it's going to be a Resurrect coming through that's going to be secured with no longer having to deal with that operator. Now we have a 4 versus 4. Oh, J-Dawn taking the advantage into the hands of Virginia Tech. Going to be dropping Chromium with the ultimate. And now it's going to be real difficult for the rest of ONU to take control of the site to get the spike in their hands. The operator shot misses, but Soup won't. That's going to be a spike defuse attempt, but the wall has been set, and that might just be Secrets getting it off. Look at the time. Look at it's going. It's counting down. And did he get it? He got it. I think he got it.
He got it. He did get it. Around that was so close. I've never seen a win or not be that confusing before. What an incredible job. Literally, you just brought it up. A game of seconds, but watch this right here. J-Dawn busting through the wall, getting the kill, but a split second after the defuse. Great job by ONU on that retake. I thought Virginia Tech, especially after they got the res and they had the 4v4, they were going to have it. Soup gets the drop with the op, but it doesn't matter. The spike still gets diffused in the long run.
And this is looking real good for ONU. They were on a slippery streak, including last game, and dropping the first 4 rounds of this game. But now, having taken 2 back, the economy of ONU, which was once in shambles, has been brought back to life. And Secrets, having a Resurrect in hand, is going to need to stay alive and let one other member take an aggressive peek. But there you go. You have the Viper's pit thrown out. And something I want to point out as we have an opportunity is the Sova difference is going to be huge because of the Viper's pit. ONU not having that Sova, it's going to be real hard for them to see through the Viper's pit. They don't have any extra intel provided through their composition. They have to get the value off of that Raze, who does get dropped, but Secret's going to trade out and take down the Viper. Virginia Tech at a disadvantage. And they don't have the spike down just yet. Snake on the flank, being that annoying little sibling. Shooting out Spy Chicken, and now aware that Spy Chicken is the final member. Ooh, but a beautiful reposition on the same line of sight there for Spy Chicken.
30 seconds left.
But this is still a 1 versus 3, and Killjoy is not the agent you typically see pulling these off. It's going to be quite the task, especially with only 36 health remaining. It's a body shot from dang near any gun in the game. But Spy Chicken, intelligent choice here. Grabbing the operator, and saving that, giving over the 3rd round to ONU.
Yeah, I think this is the right play. This is the right call in that moment. You only, like you said, only 36 health. Even if you had full health, you don't feel great about a Killjoy going into a 1v3. You just don't have the utility to have the best advantage of pulling that off. So grab the op, drop it for Jadon, see what Jadon can do with it, unless they keep it on Spy Chicken right now, but they'll probably swap those two things. But at least you get away with the op, you save a little bit of your economy, and you're in a much better spot. But the last couple of times on A, it hasn't worked out for them. I know they've gotten pushed off of B the last 2 times they went there, but I still don't feel like ONU perfectly figured out how to counter that. I'd love to see Virginia Tech go back towards B right here, as we're going to have a tech pause called by Virginia Tech. Kixer calling the tech pause for his team, trying to figure out what set they want to go into. And I'm betting this is them trying to figure out, okay, B was working for us. Should we go back to continuing to call that?
Yeah, and a big thing that's happening is they're breaking down as they get towards the site. One of the things that was really their strong suit, especially on B, is they were getting the spike down, and when they got the spike down, it was a quick, decisive call. They got down, they played around the post plant. But now, in the later rounds, excluding that one mishap on the beautifully timed defuse there by Secrets, but aside from that one round loss, in the other 2, we see them go out of their comfort zone, and they're going towards A a little bit more, especially towards in that first round where they ran towards A at the last moment, but they really just weren't able to make a good decision. They weren't able to plant the spike in a safe spot, and they weren't able to defend the spike. And overall, Virginia Tech needs to step up to the plate on this round if they want to keep this strong economy lead that they were holding on to. For the first portion. Oh my God, Snake. Oh, Snake, why you gotta do him like that? That's just not it. There you go. Kicks are going to be dropping that spike, and this is what I like to see. They're getting the spike down. They're guaranteeing that they have the timer working for them. And now the ball is in ONU's court. They have to start moving towards the spike. They have to start pushing through this wall that's been set up. And another big key of this comp is keeping your Viper alive. Your Viper needs to stay alive to constantly provide the utility. Ooh, Spy Chicken just barely not able to secure kill onto Spoopy, I believe. The Omen is the character in question. Snake, 1 HP. That is very risky play right there, but Banana Strangler staying alive is going to be the crucial part. They do not have any more lineups, so you need to find kills. Hunter's Fury is going to come out. That's going to be 1 thrown down. A 2nd thrown down, and they're looking for the trade. They're looking for the surprise kill. Oh my God, it's so well executed, and there's no time left to defuse. Virginia Tech outbrains ONU, and Virginia Tech takes the momentum back.
I know Spy Chicken didn't quite get some of the picks that he would have loved to have gotten on that flank, but I feel like that flank by Spy Chicken, Banana Strangler just sitting in the right spot to get that kill. I feel like Spy Chicken pulled them off of the retake just enough, for just long enough to allow his teammates to kind of reset and reposition and put themselves in the spots that they were at to give themselves enough time and ruin ONU's chance to try to defuse that. That was a really, really good job by that entire team. But again, it's Banana who shows up. Banana Strangler showing up big, round in and round out for Virginia Tech. It's Jadon takes down Snake. The Blade Storm goes down with him.
That's rough. You hate to see it, and it always And when you pull the VOD up, you can just imagine ONU's going to point out, look at where you died. Why are you dying up there on defense? Come on, that's not what you want to make happen. Because not only are you just giving up control of the site entirely now with that, but it's going to be incredibly hard to retake at a numbers disadvantage. And Soup is going to be trying to make a mess of this situation here. For the defense, the patience pays off. He gets one. He's looking for the second. Spoopy up there looking for the third. And that's going to be Secrets getting dropped as well. It was so well coordinated. The chaos from Virginia Tech took down ONU.
And this is the Virginia Tech that we've seen the majority of the night where, you know what, ONU throws them off for 3 rounds. ONU gets a little bit back, a little bit of that momentum back, throws them off of their picks, but now Virginia Tech communicating well. Like this time, instead of Spy Chicken on the flank, they had Soup on the flank, and ONU is doing nothing to cover their backs. That's 2 rounds in a row. They've allowed the flank to sneak up on them. That time they paid dearly for it. Before, Spy Chicken gets found, doesn't quite get the fix he wants to. But Soup was ready to go as Knights jumps in with a satchel charge. Oh, had the showstopper out, but puts it away and goes down to J-Don. Spy Chicken drops as well, but I know for a fact Kixer wants that play back right now.
Oh, you got to imagine that's he's gonna be kixing themselves. Nice. You're welcome. You're welcome. I'll take credit for that one, but I like to provide entertainment with my immense humor, and I should actually be stealing the show because ONU, they're the ones providing the entertainment, picking up 2, and Virginia Tech, who still do have the spiking control, so that's a great thing to have, and they have Soup going full solid snake. And now the odds are even. Ooh, Josh, look at this. Make that an advantage to Virginia Tech. The Resurrect comes through from Kixer. And you know what? They may be kixing themselves from before, but now they're looking like a superstar.
Spike planted.
And then the spike plant goes down. Virginia Tech in a really, really good spot. Have all the walls, but Spoopy finding Banana Strangler, taking him out. Now you got a little bit more of a fair fight with a 2v2. Soup again on the flank, putting himself in a really good spot. Kixer's in the smoke. Spoopy's moving towards it, but Soup has the pull. Soup pulls him off, gets the kill. Now we got a 2v1, and Secrets is in a really, really tight spot right here. Oh, and Kixer gets the drop. Secrets goes down, and Virginia Tech takes the round. I said Kixer was on Rays earlier. That is not what I meant to say. I actually meant to say I meant to say Knights, not Kixer. I got it. I fixed it. Beanies.
I'm proud of you, Josh.
Thank you very much. I was proud of you for that joke, too, yeah.
Thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
Oh, no, don't call me Dad. I hate it. I hate it immediately. I hate it immediately. We're not friends for 30 seconds after that.
Okay, I'll count it. This is where I get my Texas A&M flame in. This is where I can squeeze that.
There you go, yeah.
But Virginia Tech is the story of this one. 1 HP. You see that right there? Holy moly, Spy Chicken. 49 HP. Oh no, but Secrets with a shot to the back of the head. Knights missing their brief opportunity. Now it's an evened out fight, but keep in mind this is an eco round coming in hot for ONU. They were not able to get much off the kill. Banana Strangler finding the 1 HP Spoopy. It's a headshot, so it looks good in the kill feed, but you could have hit him in the toe for crying out loud, and that'd be a kill. So nicely done still, Virginia Tech. Guaranteeing the spike plant with a wall. And now, a beautiful Toxin, actually. Almost read the spike plant. Very nicely done. Just a second too late and a little bit off. Now there's one Phantom. It's going to be picked up right there. Snake going to be trying to make a hero play, but you gotta watch out. You gotta keep your eyes peeled. 5 HP in the dream, and that's not gonna work. Virginia Tech getting their 8th round on the board as we are 1 round away from halftime.
Last round in the half.
And I mean, I love the attempted retake there by ONU. It's tough because Snake already had 15 HP going into that, and then you have to fight that 2v1. Really, really good communication and peeking by Virginia Tech to find Snake in that. But, you know, in a 4v2, you do everything you can to try to win it, to try to take the round. Very, very tough for Chromium and Snake to try to take that. ONU needs to do something quickly. If they don't win this round, their economy goes bye-bye in a hurry yet again.
Yeah, their economy starts sounding a bit like NSYNC with a bye. Shout out to anybody who got that joke. I appreciate you. Ooh, look at that. We have the Killjoy ultimate being thrown down. Lockdown going to be used. It's going to force Snake back off the site into a safe little corner. And that's exactly what they needed. A little perch for this sniper to sit in. Maybe a nest, you could even call it. And now they're coming out of their nest. They're coming out of their cage, and they're doing just fine. And it's all up to the remaining members of the offense to try and make a hero play. But Knights is going to put that to sleep. And that's the 4th round for ONU, going into halftime with a round win. And they're going to be looking to take control on this offense.
Well, and this is exactly what you talked about in map 2. It just takes one player. It takes one play, and Snake right there just pulling back out of the Killjoy ult, gets a drop there, drops down off of the perch once the ult's done, gets another pick right here, and then busts out the Blade Storm and starts making some plays. And that's exactly what ONU needed in that moment. They needed somebody to come up big. It ends up being Snake, and now you feel a little bit better going into the second half of this map, only being down 4 rounds to 8. But Virginia Tech, their future is in their hands. They literally have all the cards right now, and if they can continue to make good adjustments, communicate well, and play defense right here, then they could be taking this map 3 fairly quickly.
And what's going to be interesting is how the value in Viper differs between these two teams, because we mentioned early on in the first half, we didn't see ONU getting much value from their Viper. They were struggling, to say the least. And now you can see Virginia Tech also going to be playing that guessing game with their Viper, who on your minimap, folks, is going for a little bit of a flank. Banana Strangler going to be in banana danger as he's trying to take one off the top, but cannot find the kill. Does drop Omen to incredibly low HP. I want to say sub 20. Oh, a Chromium taking down their clone. Going to be getting a nice lead for them. Excuse me, not lead, an evening out, I should say. Look at this. Soup going to be lying in wait, takes down Spoopy, and this is going to be crucial for the defense. The pincer's going to come in, but JD is going to meet their maker. Soup also going to fall, and what looked like a promising retake for Virginia Tech is falling apart at the seams, maybe from a little overconfidence, just thinking they could win a trade. But neither player was successful in doing so, and now the remaining 2 members are going to have to try and retake from the same location. No pincer. All gun skill. Oh, the flick looks so clean. Kicks are going to get one. Spy Chicken going to get another. And the remaining member, Chromium, is going to be sitting in the Viper smoke. And they don't know the location of this remaining member. They don't have any clue. And there's going to be a peek. But look at this. They're not playing together. They're playing separate. And the headshot's going to come through. But the spike already hit half. So even though they get the defuse off, it's going to be 2 HP on Spy Chicken. And with the halfway marker achieved, Virginia Tech wins out another pistol.
Even when ONU plays that very well and Virginia Tech makes a few mistakes, it still goes Virginia Tech's way because Virginia Tech is just hitting shots left and right. You see J-Don get a little overconfident, like you said, and try to drop down and get the kill instead of just waiting, seeing if they pull back, getting the information that you need to get. Would have liked to see J-Don keep that a little bit of that height advantage right there, but dropping down, trying to get the kill, dies to it. Soup not quite being able to get the kills that he wanted to get on that flank when they had no idea he was behind him, but still, even with those mistakes, Virginia Tech still doing a great job pulling it out. J-Don doing a little bit of damage, but not quite getting the kill right there as Spy Chicken goes down to Snake and the Spectre.
And Snake did this last time on Bind. We saw Snake pull out a Spectre on the second half pistol round, trying to get some momentum back. Unfortunately, was not able to do it last game, but so far this game, it's proving to work a little bit better. As ONU has control of the site, they're getting the spike down, and this is big for them because now it's going to be all left to Virginia Tech with a numbers disadvantage to try and retake. Oh, that Sova drone is going to be really useful, but look at this peek. It's so beautifully timed from Knights, reading the reload, giving Virginia Tech a really tough task to come back from, but Soup ready to step up to the plate, going to drop very low. A nice lineup there by the Ares is going to get Kixer a kill. And look at that, the wall is going to be thrown down. Viper needs to throw anything she can to try and drop these players. And Chromium's going to get one. Chromium gets a second. Kixer was spraying and praying at their own wall. And Virginia Tech takes the second round.
Oh, that was so close. That's twice now in icebox that we've seen very, very close calls, and both times the defense has been able to get the defuse off. Great job. Great job by I'm losing my mind. Great job by Kixer by getting all the utility down. I kept wanting to say Chromium. Chromium's on the other team. Josh, figure it out. But Kixer doing a really good job of dropping as much utility as he could to help his teammate get the defuse. Incredible job by Virginia Tech. Again, mistakes were made. ONU played that very well. Doesn't matter. Virginia Tech is just on point right now.
I love the theory behind this. No way. I was going to say, there's no shot. And that's going to be a kill from Banana Strangler. I can't believe that pre-fire actually almost killed Banana Strangler. That was going to be the real story of that situation if it actually happened. But no such luck. Kixer also finding a kill. Josh, that's 2 Sheriff kills so far. And there are full out guns on the ONU side.
Oh.
Ooh, the Viper's
ONU
pick
should have the ONU should have the advantage right now, but it's just not working out in their favor. But the Viper's pit is going to be really, really big for them right now.
Cover going out.
Oh yes, sir.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade out.
What's big here is Virginia Tech has that Sova. Not anymore. Sorry, spoke too soon. Soup going to be dropped, and there's no more recon available. But Jadon getting one with the classic. Virginia Tech can already be proud of this round with the kills they've gotten, but ONU needs the round win to really feel that sense of accomplishment. Spy Chicken step. Spy Chicken misses the shots. Oh my gosh. That was a chance for Virginia Tech to take it. Spy Chicken had just hit the shots. But no such luck. ONU is going to guarantee the spike goes off, and ONU gets their 6th round on the board.
ONU doing a really, really good job of putting Virginia Tech off. You know, he thought in the beginning, at some point, those mistakes by Virginia Tech are going to pay off. Now, the pre-fire did hit. That was kind of insane. But I thought for sure that Banana Strangler was going to get more than just one pick off of hiding behind that wall. Doesn't. You get a 1-for-1 trade. It's still a decent play, but right here, the pre-fire is just insane. Then you take down their Sage. It's a good move, but at some point, the mistakes by Virginia Tech, as little as they are going to add up, and ONU is going to be able to overcome them. That's exactly what happened in that round.
Revealing area.
Now Virginia Tech is going to have a chance to buy out some guns. They got a few kills in that round with their Sheriff, so it's going to be ONU and Virginia Tech fully kitted out here for the first time in the second half. But nothing too crazy. You can see the Viper walls are making a shape you may have seen in your geometry classes. Sorry for the flashbacks, but that's an acute angle.
I believe that's an acute angle. Yeah. Dang it, you got to it first. We both know geometry. It's fine. We passed. I was actually just helping my son with his geometry homework. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. That's how I knew that.
Oh, look at that. Top tier information right there. What can't Josh do at this point?
Math mostly, but I figured this one out.
Fake it till you make it. Don't worry. Just fake it till you make it. You're good. But there's no faking this. Look at this. A 4-man full push by ONU. Going to be heading over to this B site. Knights leading that charge. The wall's going to go up. This is going to be dropped quickly. Banana Strangler actually going to find secrets. That's the spike that has been dropped. And that's the spike that's going to be needing to be planted. It's going to be initiated, but after some trades are coming through, it's still a 3 versus 2 in favor of the defense. Excuse me, make that 3 versus 1. Make that 3 versus none right there, because Spy Chicken gets a 2-piece at the end of it. Virginia Tech hits double digits, and they're at 10-6.
Well, and Virginia Tech is most successful when Spy Chicken is making plays for them in some way. And it doesn't even necessarily mean that Spy Chicken needs to be top frag or top of the boards, right? But Spy Chicken, we've talked about this before. You don't always have to have the most kills, but what's the weight of the kills that you're getting? Spy Chicken right there, dropping 2 at the very end, crucial kills for Virginia Tech. Is now they go back, they have a 4-round lead. That's the moment first. Those are the moments where Spy Chicken really turns it on for his team.
Oh, Spy Chicken takes a shot there, but gets away in a little bit of a risky situation. All it takes is a raise grenade, but able to move out of that line of sight. get there safely. Ooh, a risky satchel charge coming out from Knights, really stepping up to the plate, trying to show off that air gliding capability, but no kills to be found. The wall's going to go up, the spike's going to go down, but it's a 5 versus 5 for the post plant. No way,
Oh,
Chromium!
Soup on the flank,
Oh.
but no! Denied instantly.
Kixer does have the ultimates though, so the res is available, but look at how far away that body is. Not an option at this point. So that res is going to have to be saved. Oh, and that's a beautiful job right there to kill the spike diffuser. That's such a nice lineup. The defense, though, is returning fire. Banana Strangler is absolutely mowing down his opponents with only one member of ONU left to play defense. They have to try and go up against this one remaining member of Spy Chicken, but that will be a Virginia Tech round win and a very nice post-plant retake.
We just said it. Spy Chicken again. 2 huge kills at the end of that to allow the defuse. But we got to call out Chromium right there. Incredible job with that count, like just sitting there lurking, knowing that the flank was going to come. We were finally seeing ONU start to make some plays where it's like, okay, they've been flanking us a lot. Find Soup coming around the corner. I thought that they were going to get pinched. I had no idea that Chromium was over there. Maybe I should look at the map a little bit more. Maybe that's what Virginia Tech should be doing, and maybe checking all your corners and checking all your angles to make sure nobody's there to stop your flank. Ooh, I love this position by Banana.
Yeah, look at the area Banana's going to take over with this. Look at the size of that. It controls the ulti orb. It controls any entrance to A short. You have to take control of mid if you want A side at all. But Snake, going to drop Spy Chicken. Banana Strangler, though, picks off Knights, who was getting a little too risque with that movement, stepping up a little too far. Oh, and look at that. Soup was ready for the peak. Snake, not so much. Looking for a farther opponent off in the distance. Virginia Tech with the 4 versus 2 lead. Make that a 5 versus 2 lead because Kixer gets that res off, and it's going to be very tough for ONU to step up to the plate and take this one back. Banana Strangler takes some shots. Secret's just spraying through the smoke. Banana Strangler also going to be doing the same. Eventually, Secret's going to be taking down the Viper, so that's a big kill. The Viper's pit is now off the map, and the Resurrect is available for ONU. That's a massive swing right there. Jadon taking down the Sage, the Sova Hunter's Fury is going to come out, but after the potential of a massive swing, Kixer puts that to bed, takes him down, gets the 3K at the end of the round. Virginia Tech are 1 round off taking this series.
Virginia Tech is just playing everything so well. Good rotation. Soup is in a great position on B. Good rotation by Kixer to go over, get the Resurrect while they're over there. Then they can rotate back towards A. And, you know, even with Banana going down, you still have a 4v2 situation. And everybody's playing so well for Virginia Tech right now. And ONU, you're down 6 rounds. You got to do everything you can to make this work. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some really aggressive play right now. We're already seeing the Blade Storm coming out. Banana going down very quickly, but so does Secrets. A little trade 1 for 1.
Plant the spike.
Snake locating where they want the spike planted, but that's going to be another trade. No more Jets are on the field of play. Soup snagging a shock arrow kill. That's going to be huge. And with the 2 remaining members lingering here on A site, you gotta watch out for that Killjoy flanking. Kicks are getting 1. Just 1 remaining member in Ice Spoopy. The Omen gonna have to be the savior. Gonna have to find the kill, but cannot land the shot. Spy Chicken with the killing blow. And Virginia Tech take the series 2-1.
I mean, Virginia Tech played that so well. The one time you don't sit there, you don't have anybody back there trying to wait for the flank to come around. They were doing it to you the entire time. You knew the flank was coming. It just depends on who they're sending that way, but you know that it's coming. But when they go down that quickly, they try to move in aggressively. You have nobody covering your back. Spy Chicken's there to make the play at the end. Yet again, Virginia Tech was just on fire. After they lost map 1, they had a little bit of a run in map 1, but they ended up losing map 1. They didn't let up from the very beginning of Bind all the way to the end of Icebox. They were on fire the entire time.
Yeah, and what's really important to point out here is the people that we were naming a lot in Game 2 for the Vespa squad are different from the Game 3. Jadon and Soup, the top fraggers here for the team, really stepping up big, making some big plays. And, you know, even though it is ultimately a big win, 13-6 in the round, or in the game. There still were some shining moments from the squad over at ONU, specifically Snake and Knight stepping up big. And even though a few members were lacking here in the later stages of this series, they still took a game off in game one. And you just need to hit the drawing board and see what went wrong and where the collapse really happened in game two. Is it really a bind issue? Was it a team issue? Was it individual play? You know, are there extenuating circumstances? We don't know. That's up for them to figure out. But hopefully ONU is able to take this loss and take it in stride and keep their goal on playoffs. But we're going to be talking to our victors in just a few moments here, folks, as we have an opportunity to chat with Vespa after just a short break. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more Vespa and more CF1.
It's all by yourselves, and there is fear of the unknown, but we cannot lose control when we feel like the world is against us. We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the infinite that we must reach. 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 Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we love what is throwing up our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach. Into the infinite that we must reach.
Welcome back, everybody. Beanies and Josh here, joined along with a third head of our Hydra. It's going to be Jadon, one of the victorious members of Vespa, who is actually joining us here after top fragging in that Game 3, putting a stellar performance up on the Jet. But before we talk about that, I want to backtrack to that Game 1 where we surprisingly saw you drop Ascent at a score of 9-13. So talk to me about that. Is Ascent a map you just don't feel comfortable on, or what went wrong here? Because comparatively, this really seemed like you collapsed compared to the next two games.
Yeah, I think we were a little uncomfortable. We were adjusting our comp a little bit of experimentation recently. So I won't say we were the most comfortable on the comp, but at the same time, I think we also just came in a little cold. We weren't quite warmed up, but I think our tactical ability on the map is still good. It's just that we weren't totally like gelling yet, and then I think that kind of showed in maps 2 and 3 when we were like a lot more on top of things, on top of trades and such.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and specifically in map 2, I mean, obviously we've seen y'all on bind before, and y'all have been very, very strong. But tonight, it just seemed like the communication was there. You were on point with everywhere you needed to be. Retakes whenever y'all were on defense. Your attacking was on point. You know, how did y'all feel after map 2 going into Icebox? We're like, okay, we feel pretty confident after a performance like that on a map we're comfortable.
I think after bind, we were feeling pretty confident. We knew that we just had to play like we did on bind, play pretty comfortable, play for trades, play together, and I think that's kind of showed. We definitely kind of exploited that B side a lot on Icebox, and just played trades, played lineups, and kind of had a very easy win condition that we were trying to execute on Icebox. So we were very, very confident on that.
I finally got to see it. I haven't gotten to see it so far yet since the changes were made, but you guys, well, both teams did, but you guys showed us some expert Viper play on Icebox. What was the decision with picking Viper on there? How comfortable do you guys feel with having Viper in your comp now?
I think Banana Strangler is a very, very good controller. He's our IGL as well, so he definitely is able to work the map better when he's playing something like Viper or Astra. And I think one of the biggest things is why we implemented Viper was Astra is not very strong on Icebox, at least in our opinion, and so we wanted to still have some sort of impact. So we chose to use Viper because we were kind of straying away from the Omen, which is one of the things that we were starting to experiment back with on Ascent. Which is why we struggled, but yeah, he just executed it perfectly. It makes a very easy win condition when you can just molly bomb and play around that. So yeah.
Honestly, I was kind of hoping to see the Killjoy, Viper, and Astra trio just playing post plant and just hoping they don't find you lurking on those setups. But nonetheless, you guys do pull out that 2-1 with a bunch of different agents you were comfortable on. And now after this game coming out on top and having a tough loss to Rutgers earlier on in Split 2, what's the rest of the split looking like for you, and where do you project yourselves landing amongst the rest of your group?
I think we expect ourselves to go to be very strong, to end the group near the top, not drop many more maps, even hopefully no more series. Now that Banana Strangler, he normally has to work on Mondays, I think his schedule has changed a little bit, so he's able to play with us. So we'll be playing full force for the rest of the split, so that'll be that should be really good, and we should stay strong and look good for playoffs as well.
That's awesome, man. That's great to hear. Well, thank you for giving us your time. Thanks for chatting with us after a big win for you guys. And before we head off the stream, I want to give you the floor. Anything to shout out, anything to plug. The opportunity is yours, my friend.
No, I just want to shout out the team. They carried me today. I finally got a pop off last map, but they were definitely doing the heavy work, and Peter, our manager, is doing a great job of keeping us coordinated and keeping us mentally reset on tacticals and stuff, and making sure that we're always on top of things and playing well. So just want to shout those people out.
Yeah, shout out behind the scenes. I used to be a manager, so we love you players that show us that love. Shout out to you guys. But thank you again for your time. Congrats on the win. And for everybody else on stream, this is going to be the end of our CF1 broadcast for this evening. We may be done with the Eastern region, but tomorrow night we will be back with our Central region competition. As always, it's the Tuesday night showdown. It's going to be 8 p.m. Central Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, and you're going to want to be back here at the CF1 Twitch channel to catch all that action. But for now, folks, I've been Beanies. That's been Josh Beard Radio. And for the rest of everyone behind the screens, we're talking about Lawrence, Josh, Scotty, Kieran. Thank you for checking out the stream. Come back tomorrow evening and have a good rest of your night. GG's.
There was no answer. And now I know my heart is a ghost.